20 sides to every story. My name is Casey. Tonight we're going to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and we are working our way through the Dark Tower expansion, The Chosen Sons of Set. And excuse me as I glance off in this direction, I'm just getting my little monitor stuff set up here. And we are playing a bit of a commercial. I must not be logged in on my browser because I am definitely subscribed. But what we've got going on here is a little bit of a gaming situation where the party has sent in a scout. Our volunteer wizard and warrior Tahir has snuck into the palace estate of Skabet, who is a acting governor of the city of Mugdad. Tahir did a bit of a loop around, starting off on the north side, heading over to the west, coming back around to the south, and has now made his way to this area right on about here. As he is making his way there, he's passing a line of posts or pillars. Hung from those pillars are the remnants of priests, desiccated bodies strung up by their wrists at the top of the poles, some 10, maybe 12 feet up in the air where they're suspended, so they're dangling 4 to 5 feet off the ground. So you're kind of staring at their ankles if you're of a normal humanoid size. On the ground are also a series of statues. Those statues are of terrified and distraught figures, looking as if they're shielding themselves from some assailant or looking down at their own bodies in horror. Those are lined up on either side, probably close to 24 of those all told. On the raised area here on the dais is a rather impressive looking half-elven woman who you recognize as Skabet. She is in full regalia, big headpiece, lots of serpents, all kinds of nice stuff. And on either side of her are her guardians, minions of Set, demonic in nature, one with a jackal head, one with a serpent-like head. Surrounding the dais is a pool of water. This must once have been magnificent, but now it's all kind of scummy, full of green clumps just kind of sitting there. It gives off a pretty foul smell. You can almost see the bubbles rising up from the decay that must be below there. The water is nearly opaque. You cannot see, much more than a little bit into its murky depths there. Tahir, I seem to remember, and it's been a little bit of time, that you were making your way past here, and Skabet just sort of looked over at you and kind of gave a, "What are you doing in my palace?" And that's where I think we'll pick back up. Tahir, if you have any memories of what you might have been doing in the palace that you'd like to share, let's go ahead and hear that now.
Well, as the resident's scout wizard warrior man, I believe my goal is here just to see what the place was like. Learning that, immediately in the we think would be the spot that have all the cool stuff in it, I didn't seem to find literally anything. So I was like, you know what? Rest of this place is probably just barracks. The cool thing's probably on that throne. She's probably got something neat. And then, True Sight's a thing.
True Sight could be a thing. So she kind of spotted you there, and here is Skabet as she sits on her throne, looking all impressive and such, looking down at you. Now, not too far away, but outside the walls of the palace, are the rest of the party, Andry, Tann, and Dahrian. Dahrian's player will be joining us a little bit later, so he's going to be a little further away. But Andry and Tann, I believe you were standing a little bit outside the palace, kind of on that row where the previous shrines and temples had been, and kind of hanging out there. Aside from that, is there anything that you would have been up to in the probably, 10 to 15 minutes that Tahir was doing his tour around? Because that invisibility you had lasts about an hour, right? Yeah. So in that 15 to 20 minutes hanging outside, what would the two of you be up to?
Playing cards?
Playing cards?
Playing cards. Oh my god, I forgot my character's name for a second. Tann would be. It's been so long. Tann would, besides playing cards, would probably be keeping an eye out, making sure, like, while they're waiting here, like, there's no guards circling the area, no giant undead crocodiles or other manner of beasties that might be around. Yeah, besides just kind of keeping a lookout, he'd be also keeping an ear out, because I think, did Tahir give us, like, no, we could speak telepathically. Duh, never mind. Again, been a little bit. Assume the position. Yeah, so otherwise, besides that, like, and looking around, would just be listening for any cries of help. But Tann is a wizard, not Tann. Tann is me. Tahir's the wizard.
This is what happens when we take an extended vacation from the game. It just takes a little bit to sink back in. And so, as that all starts to sink back in, I believe the party is fairly well rested. I think the only resources expended so far was the invisibility that was cast to allow for this escort mission, and there might have been a little boost or fly or jump to get over the wall, or I think that was climbed, so that most resources should be available to you. But I think Tahir might be alerting you that something's up, as Skabet looks down from her throne and says, "You're invisible, aren't you? My guards are not reacting to you." And as she sort of says that, projecting her voice so it carries over the, 40 to 50 feet that she's away from you, maybe a bit more, the guards sort of like snap to attention, looking around and sort of like following her gaze off in your direction. But they're definitely not seeing you. Their eyes are not finding where you are. She's locked on, though.
She can see invisibility. I'm going to stall. Northern Gate seems more capable of being taken. Well, aren't you just a tricksy little serpent I've heard so much about?
I don't know that I care for your tone, but I'm interested to hear what you've heard about me.
I mean, it's not every day you hear of a successful revolution overtaking a dastardly monarch, as some may call it.
Some may call that. Now, who are you?
Oh, excuse me, I am Lozano. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
Lozano, you say? And she sort of looks to her guards. Was there a Lozano allowed into town? No, I didn't think so. Try that one again.
But you already know my story at this point. I mean, I gave you the truth. My name is Lozano.
I pay quite close attention to what goes on in my city, and I do not believe we have allowed Lozano in.
Well, let's just say it was more of a clandestine way of entering the city. Mainly because we were worried that we're gonna... Well, I was mainly worried that, our gold was gonna be confiscated at the door. I was really taken aback by the prospect of, we need all your silver. So I kind of avoided that part.
Ah, but silver is necessary as a donation and honorific to the serpent in the pit. And yet you've refused it. Interesting.
Well,
and you've come in a secret way. Does that mean
course.
you are responsible for the death of one of my pets?
Your pets? I'm afraid I don't know of any pets that I've slain recently. I mean, the last thing I slayed was... Ooh, what was it? I think it was a rock.
A rock, you say?
Feisty bird.
I have heard such, though I've never had the need to deal with one. They tend to stay quite far away.
Well, when traveling in the desert, one can encounter many such dangerous creatures. Probably best to stay in a city of that respect.
Sure. Now, Tahir, what is your passive perception?
Probably not that great. Wizard stat block. I don't even remember what you have. 14, but investigation is pretty okay with 18, but 14.
Okay. A 14, 1 second here. This is not who's doing this roll, but the plus is the same, so we'll cheat a little bit here. Alright. You notice there is some movement in the water to the south and west. Some of those clumps are shifting out of the way as if something is swimming underneath it. Based on the amount of the decay that's being stirred up in the motion, you would guess something the size of a humanoid, big for a fish, small for a giant. Andry, go. Sorry, I was gonna say Andry, Tann, as Tahir's taking note of that. What are you doing? He's stalling for time.
How high are the walls?
How high are the walls? I think we said they were about 25 feet.
I think so.
I can't climb that.
Should we? He said the northern gate looked breachable. Should we head that way? You're muted.
Sure. Which way's north?
Never eat soggy waffles. That way. Or sorry, should have done that in Tann's voice. Never eat soggy waffles. That way.
Left of the sun.
The sun. So that is going to be, assuming you're going to be fairly quick-footing it there, roughly 5 rounds to get into that northern gate. So that means we're going to need Tahir to do some stalling to avoid Skabet's displeasure for that long. We won't make everybody roleplay that one out the entire time, but we will set a bar, and that bar is going to be a 20. So we need something on the charisma side of things to get past Skabet's 20. Performance, deception, I don't think persuasion at this point.
I can be a very performative type. Well, as clearly you've already deduced that I may not say exactly who I am in that respect, so I'll easily be forthright with you in this respect. Lizano, Mage Extraordinaire. Pleasure to meet you. And clearly, you are of some repute yourself if you can just see through this simple potion.
Here, should we go over the wall?
You do whatever you want, big guy.
Are you in trouble?
We'll see. Something's in the water. Oh!
Give us a heads up if we should jump. Otherwise, we're heading to the northern gate.
All right. And as that northern gate awaits you, let me go ahead and double check. I do not believe I have any redemptions pending yet, so no rerolls in the pot, standing at the 14. Well, I am not particularly in need of another wizard, but you are in about the right spot to fill in my statuary. Would you hold still for just a few moments?
Now, before we get all too hasty and, he's slowly, kind of subtly trying to slowly weave some arcane symbols in his hand, perhaps it would be very nefarious to come to such quick conclusions. This could be very poor for both parties, in effect, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I don't know. I think it'll come out quite well for me.
As you wish.
And as the threats turn into actual threats, I'm going to add a few things to the turn order here. Hang on a moment. Some old turn order stuff is showing up. Get out of there, you old things.
You old so-and-so.
You old... Alright, gonna go ahead and bring up my little underwater friend. Ooh, underwater friend is good at being an underwater friend. We'll go ahead and put this into order here. And so, it seems as though excitement's about to happen. Andry, Tann, you've probably got like your first couple of steps as Tahir starts doing the speech, and it starts to go wrong. Are you going to continue round to the north gate, which would mean Tahir needs to scramble for something like 4 rounds on his own? Or are you going over the wall? Or something else?
I guess that would depend whether Tahir gives us a mental, like, oh shit, get in here kind of thing. Otherwise,
it's about to go down.
Okay, we're going over the wall.
over the wall.
So, Andry, Tann, you can go ahead and engage in the combat rounds as well. Dahrian, you can see, is hung up. I think maybe where he was hunkered down, there's a patrol passing by him right now. He'll have to deal with that on his own. It would cause more trouble if he stepped out. And so, let's go ahead and bring us into descending order here. Let's go ahead and reveal some friends.
Oh. And when you have a moment, I'll tell you my initiative because I forgot to click my token.
Oh, no problem. Let's get you on the turn order here. And what was our initiative? 21.
You got it.
That's a pretty good initiative. Tahir, you can see breaking. Whoop, you come onto the screen so I can see you. Ankle. And get out of the way because you're not in this combat. The snake that's hanging out on top of the building is just there for turn order purposes. Pay no attention to it. The other snakes, however, are real, and Tahir, what you can see is coming up out of the water a large triangle-headed snake. Its scales are mottled brown. It's got the kind of fangs that make you think that's probably got some sort of poison in it, and they are moving towards you. It moves through the water with no problem, crawls out onto the land, and seems to be searching about for you. Skabet is calling out directions, and you can see gestures. Likely she has some form of control over the snakes. And they are closing in, having used some dashes to get there, but will not get bites off yet. But you are surrounded by snakes that cannot see you, you think, perhaps. Tahir.
Well, I was hoping this could be more of a nice relationship. So be it. I will draw my blade, and I'll use my bonus action to do, what is it called again? Blade Song? That's the one.
Song. Ooh.
And I will start skedoodling about there.
Okay. As you start to skedoodle there, you find out something about these snakes. They could see you. They do have blind sight. As you make the first step away, one will take a snap at you unless there's a reason that they wouldn't be allowed to.
Unless they can't see me. That's about it.
They can see you. So the bite comes in from the first one as you take your step away. That's going to be a 12 and a miss. Do you continue on?
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, number 3. 21?
Miss.
21 misses. You are a monster. Tahir, what you doing over there?
Knowing that there's probably a little bit more than just serpents crawling about, I will cast a spell. I will cast Greater Invisibility.
Oh, what level is greater invisibility?
4th.
Ooh, you become even more invisible than you were before. Tann, Something's going on. You're almost sure of it. What are you up to? You're roughly 15 feet from the wall, 25 feet up, 25 feet down, and then 130 feet away.
Tann would mainly be sticking with Andry,
Mhm.
and he would kind of give Andry a pat on the shoulder, be like, "All right, I'll see if I can find any good like cracks in the wall or something that you could stick your feet and fingers in." And I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
Okay.
And he's gonna move up ahead and kind of use up his 35 feet of movement to get like to the wall and maybe up it a little bit.
Mhm.
But it's gonna mainly be sticking with Andry until they're up and over the wall.
Got it. So up to the wall and bouncing up a bit. That is going to bring up Skabet. She remains on her throne and she's just sort of gesturing. She says, "Oh, well, if you're going to run away from my pets, then I'll need to get one that makes you hold still a little bit better." And as she gestures, rising up out of the water is a snake-headed woman's face. Snake-haired woman's face. Following that, another snake-haired woman's face. As they emerge from the water, their necks just keep going and going. After about 2 foot, you're like, that's not right. And then it hits an elbow, and you realize that it's an arm holding this head up as it comes up. It continues to emerge, and then you see the snout and jaws of a massive crocodilian body start to come up. A huge crocodile, on its back 2 arms, each holding a Medusa's head. Its body is too short and too round for a crocodile. It almost looks like somebody slapped a crocodile head on a hippopotamus body with 2 arms, snake-like heads, and a weird tail coming off the back end. More like an ankylosaurus than a proper lizard tail. Still, it's trundling its way out there. The heads are swung about on the hands, and as they point to you, you can see their eyes are multifaceted, bulging and bugged out, as are the eyes of the lizard itself. And for those of you who are like, what kind of monster is that? I'm happy to report that is what the party rolled up on the random monster generation table as we were breaking last time. That was amusing the heck out of me as their roles were set. We're going to use this big old crocodude as the example there. But,
I forgot about that.
Crocodilian head, extra arms, Medusa heads, round body, ungainly gait and tail makes its way onto the battlefield, but will not have an action this round. Andry, over near the wall, what you up to?
I am going to bonus action giant's turn into a giant. Giant's might. And then I'm going to run up to the wall and try and jump for the ledge.
Okay.
And pull myself over it.
Rank. Can I get an athletics check because you're trying to use a little more movement than you probably have? 18, plenty fine. You're up to the top of the wall, and you may choose to jump down if you wish. That would be 25 feet down, so there would be some fall damage. Or next round, you'd have some movement to do that in a more graceful hang slide. At the bottom of the wall, you can see there is a minion of Set who looks a little bit like, what's going on up there? Craning its jackal-like head up towards y'all.
Can I jump on him?
Can you jump on him? That would take an attack roll, but you could certainly try it. A 19 is 1 short of what you needed to successfully land on him. So you do try to come down, but it is going to miss by just a bit. That is 25 feet of falling. Do you have anything that would help with that? I feel like you do.
Like as in to negate the damage?
Yeah, are you
Yep,
not
the
the
Ring of
one
Feather
that
Falling,
has
right?
the Ring of
Oh,
Feather
right.
Fall?
I do have the ring of feather falling. I forgot about that.
Okay.
It has been a long time.
So you wait till the last second before you pull the cord, but then your Featherfall parachute manages to float you the last 2 feet to the ground after realizing you were not going to successfully impact on the minion of Set. That's one unarmored attack. I think you get more than one, though.
Actually, to jump down, I would need to use movement, wouldn't I?
Oh, okay. Yep. So you'd have to use up your dash and call it from there.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Sounds good. That's going to bring us back to the top of the turn order. We've now brought a minion in with us. Let's go ahead and add our minion here. We also get to roll 1d4. 4, you say? Coming out of the barracks, looking a bit confused, several of the guards and cult members. They're armed with short bows and short swords. They seem fairly lightly armored, but they could be a threat. They'll go along with that minion. And let's at the bottom of the order. Up at the top of the order, we've got some snaky snakes. Only one of which is going to be able to close the distance with Tahir. The others will be dashing to do so. One will get a bite off. Skabet is calling out instructions. They don't seem to know where you are until she gives the directions, but once they get close enough, they seem to be able to focus in with their blind sight. A bite attack to here, a 15's gonna miss. And then what are you doing?
There's so many things. You know what? My bonus action, I will ignite my sword. And I'll start hacking.
Okadoka.
I assume, as you mentioned, they can see me.
They can see you.
I will use... What's the spell it's called? Green Flame Blade? We'll just target Center Boy here.
You got it? 24 is a big hit.
24.
Sword of Lozano.
He will take... That's not the right thing. Well, that'd be the second swing, so...
Both of those will hit. Shady Bonsai, thanks for the subscription.
So,
Nice to
first
see
guy
you.
is going to take 28, second guy will take 15.
That's a lot of damage, but these are big snakes, so they can kind of handle that.
And I'll say the second guy is just the fellow just north of him.
You got it.
And second attack would hit. So I'll swing again. Boop. Uh-oh. Don't freeze now, please. There we go. There, 12 to
Another
the
12.
first guy hit.
That is enough, eliminating one of the big water snakes.
And then seeing Mr. Big Guy coming abound, I'm just gonna, with 40 feet, just start noping out. Boop.
All right, that's going to invite 2 attacks from those snakes who can see and have reactions. Number 1, 24 to hit.
I will cast shield.
Number 2, 18. That shield's not going to let you be touched. To hear anything else?
That's it.
You got it. Tann.
Tann is going to trot his way down the side of the wall like the freak he is. And... Whoa. And he's going to use classic Toll of the Dead on the minion next to Andry. So I would need from you... he's not missing hit points, is he?
He is not.
Okay. You need a 16, I think? Wisdom?
16 wisdom. I got a 16 wisdom.
Oh!
I can do
He's
that.
like, I can do that. He's like, oh, that didn't work. I'm sorry. And he's gonna be totally trying to remember what else he can do for the next turn. Otherwise, that's it.
Sounds good. With that, we're going to bring up Skabet's turn. Skabet looks at you coming out, and she sort of rises up off her throne. She starts to move forward, and you can see that she is smiling. And as she smiles, that smile just gets bigger and bigger. The armor that she wears, glistening and shining, the scales of the serpent-like just get a little bit more intense, and she starts to elongate a bit. And as she does, she moves down these stairs, her form being replaced with that of a massive draconic form, her wings beating. The other Skabet has moved off for turn order purposes only. She takes to the air. Too far. Right about there is where she ends up. She's maybe 30 feet up in the air, looking down upon you. Andry, it is your turn.
Alright, I guess we gotta deal with this guard first. So I will, well, first of all, I'll rage, because that seems like a good idea. And then I am going to attack it. And we use... Oh, what is going on here?
The minions of set are befouling your dice. Oh, an enraged dragon longsword with 20 works. 12 points of slashing damage
12
there.
damage? Oh, plus the D6.
Yep. Fanatical D6, let's see it.
Oh, only a 1.
13
And then I
there.
will slash at him again.
Okadoka. 29's a hit. 18 is
18
damage.
points.
That is a lot, and it is leaking ichor, but it is still a minion at the moment. Andry, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, that is going to bring up our minions. We're going to start off with the one standing right in front of Andry. Kopesh attack Andry. 17 to hit.
That misses.
And then a follow-up attack. 19 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. We're going to go for the disarm. We're going to try and take that magical sword away from you. DC 13 saving throw, please, as it tries to steal your sword.
That's a saving throw.
A 14. You make it by 1 and hang on to your sword, having taken no damage. As the only thing that our guards can see, the quartet moves up, draws their short bows and weapons, and I think it's going to be spear throw in time. It is going to be spear throw in time. They are a little too far away, so this batch of 4 is coming in with disadvantage. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 5, an 11, a 15, a 16. I believe those all miss.
Nope, they miss.
Right. Then, and that is going to be our portly crocodilian friend, who will dash. Excuse me, will not dash. Be silly. They're going to trundle up in this direction. You can see it's just swinging those 2 Medusa heads around like lanterns, trying to catch your attention. Important question. Is anybody looking at the big crocodilian thing?
I'm in combat with something, so no.
Okie dokie.
Same. Is this like is the thing like open air or like or is
Yeah,
Tahir like
there's sky above you.
indoor?
There's sky above you. So you're
Or
inside.
sorry, where Tahir is, that's open air kinda or
Yes, open air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Tahir's.
When I heard gotcha.
Tahir's open air here. Dragons flying about 40 feet above here. These are pillars, but there's no ceiling to it. It's just got dead bodies hung from it. Over here, there's a ceiling just around this part right here, but that's the only roof in the area.
Oh, okay. For some reason from last time, I thought he was like in a building.
He had been.
That's where my confusion was.
He had been exploring
yes.
way back over here in the governor's offices, but came back out since. This is a building here, building here, building here. So these do have roofs on them.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ike redeemed us a reroll.
Ike redeemed us a reroll.
Ike!
Look at that. Let's go ahead and
Thank you.
make sure we get that credited there. 1 second, just a moment. One PC reroll. All right, and players have gotten another reroll. This one from Tux.
Oh, thank you. We're probably gonna need everything we can get.
We've got Medusa heads on creatures we've made out of our own hubris and
Dragons.
a dragon.
Yeah.
Snakes and guards, oh my.
Snakes and guards, oh my. The dragon flies toward Tahir, swooping down just a little ways away. The snakes follow. Having to dash so they don't get their attack, but they'll catch up. Tahir, it is your turn. There's a big brassy dragon just overhead.
I need the stall for 1 turn. But damage is cool. I will use my bonus action to teleport in the middle of the air.
Okay.
Just about, like, say here, just so I can get everyone in, I don't know, what's it called, a 30-foot radius or something like that.
Okay.
So, probably can get a little bit of everybody. Probably get that fella, get Scabet, and the 2 snakes.
Okay.
So, to answer your question, yes, I will be looking at them as I cast Steel Wind Strike and strike everybody in that area.
Ooh. And how are you divvying up these attacks?
I can target 5 creatures. There's only 4 in the area, so we'll say first is Scabet, second is weird abomination thing, 3 and 4 are snakes, and I'll say snakes can see me, dragon can see me. Can weird monstrosity abomination of creation see me or no?
It cannot.
Alright, so first attack is just a straight roll, so boop.
Oh, that's a crit.
So Scabet is getting critted
All right, do me a favor. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
for what is it, 57?
Steel Wind Strike, correct?
Yep,
And that is a what level spell?
that is a 5th level spell.
Excellent, excellent. As you fly towards Scabet, you know you've got this. You're about to tear the wings off of this dragon. And then it just passes right on through. No damage dealt.
Dirty.
The crocodile.
He's at advantage. Boop, boop, boop. Gotta find things. This makes me think this is a certain bad thing. Where is... There it is. Boop. 19 to hit crocodile fella.
Crocodile gets hit by a 19.
For 29.
That's a lot of damage.
And 2 snakes.
2 snakes.
14 and a 16.
Both hit snakes?
The first one's 37, second one's 17.
First one gets erased. Second one's still
ridiculous.
there. Now, Tahir, Steel Wind Strike, where does that drop you off at?
Pretty much right where I was standing. So I'll say I'm now there, within 5 feet of a creature I have struck.
Okay.
That's action. That's bonus action. A bonus action would have been the, I think, Blessing of the Raven Queen. I gotta think of all the fancy names. Boop. And that's it.
All right.
And I got movement.
At the end of your turn, the dragon pivots in the air, its tail lashing out towards you. 16? Gonna miss.
Miss.
Tann.
Tann is going to focus for right now on helping Andry, and he's going to do probably not a firebolt. We'll do another Toll of the Dead, just to be safe. Sorry, was he hit at all or no?
He was.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, another 16.
Posts up a 20.
I need to stop doing that. And then he's gonna use the rest of his movement to start making his way closer to where Tahir is.
You do hear a loud metallic screech come from where the dragon was standing.
Whoa. Screech. And that would be it for me as I try to get this right on 35 feet. There we go.
Sounds good. And the distances are a little approximate, so feel free to use whatever works best for you there.
Cool.
Speaking of things that work well for people, dragon flies a little bit. 1 second. Just gotta double check a distance here. Yep. Flies a little bit.
Oh.
Creating a line. Flies just a little bit more. And then sends a gout of flame, a line of flame, through Tann and Andry.
I recognize this trick.
I'm going to need a DC 18 dexterity throw.
They got rerolls.
There is a
I need
reroll.
mine.
I might take the reroll.
Yeah, go ahead.
Take that reroll. All right, down to 1 reroll.
Oh, that's good.
2 passes on the rolls, and the damage is 46 points of damage. Cut that in half to 23.
23. I'm sizzling.
Dragon does not look like it's got another puff of breath in it. But that is then going to bring us to Andry. Andry, what are you doing?
Alright, buddy, you're gonna need to go down this round, because there's a dragon over there, and I think it needs to die.
For the glorious
Just saying.
Stavet, it yells in Infernal.
Oh, I don't understand you. But that's okay. Here you go. Oh, that's a nat 1.
Whiffity.
Do I want to use a reroll? Yeah, I'll use a reroll.
Alright, reroll deployed.
That way they can buy us more.
Yes. 13.
That reroll did not
What
pan out. That's
that?
like one of my rerolls.
Fine. I'll hit him again.
22 finally get you. 18 points
18.
of damage. That will take care of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Minions moving down here for turn order purposes. Andry, anything else?
I'll start moving over towards the dragon.
You got it. As you start moving over towards the dragon, it is going to be a cult turn. And on the cult turn, we've got a couple of more spears incoming. They're going to move up a little bit closer. Can they get all the way? Not quite, so they're going to stop back just a little bit. They are going to launch spears 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to go for the less giant and imposing person at the moment. So we got a set of 4 spears coming in at Tann. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think only that 22 is going to be something you have to worry about.
Yeah, actually. I'm surprised.
3 points of piercing damage there. We've got our giant crocodilian friend. Moving forward, plodding along, blissfully unaware. Bottom of the turn order, another D4. 2 more guards emerge. Ready for combat. Snake attempts to bite Tahir. Snake bite. 15, no. And then Tahir, what do we got?
There's just too many things I want to cast, but I can't cast it because, like, there's too many things! I will use my movement to sneak up behind Snake Fella so he can get attack of opportunity if he so wishes.
He will take that attack of opportunity. Nope.
With my action, I mean, Tann's not the only one who can do it. Whoop!
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I will cast Lightning Bolt right down the line.
You got it. Lightning bolt down the line.
Not the best Lightning Bolt, but it is my Lightning Bolt.
That's not going to work. Does it even matter? Yes, because they could literally survive with 1 hit point. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1 saves.
Hey, we got a survivor!
And then I'll telepathically say, magic doesn't work too well on her. You might have to do something a little more beefy.
Oh.
I'm nothing but BB.
That's action. That is movement. I don't really have any bonus actions I want to use just yet, so I am done.
You got it. The dragon will move a little closer to Andry. Tann.
Question.
Mhm.
Because it's been a while. My Ring of Haste.
Mhm.
Does that count as a spell? Like, so if I were to use like my action and then make one of my spells a bonus action, does that not count because it's a spell, or is it okay because it's an item?
I'll say it's okay because it's an item.
Okay. I was kind of going back and forth on that. I was like, I don't know. Okay. I'll activate my Ring of Haste.
Boop, 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 boop.
I definitely need those 2 points of AC. And then I will use 2 points of, or whatever points I need for making things into a bonus action. And follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to use Enlarge on Andry?
Yes.
Okay. I will use Enlarge on Andry. So
Andry
that
is now quite large.
Big boy. And, oh, it doesn't actually post the things, but I think it gives you like an extra 1d4.
I believe that is correct.
That's not what I meant to click, I'm sorry. There we go. You get larger, double in size. You're beefy. 1d4 extra damage. Okay. All right, and I will get away
Well,
from the dragon.
You still have your hasted action too.
I do. Tann is going to move away from the dragon, probably somewhere over here. And he'll use his
Away from the big thing.
away from the big thing. He turns on his heel and goes the other way. And he's going to do scroll. He's going to do a firebolt on the guard over here.
Sure. That will miss.
Oh my god!
The guard lives another day with his 1 hit point.
Bleats
Tann,
in anger, but that's it.
anything else for you?
I don't think so, because that bonus action did the action. I think that's it, and he uses movement, so yeah, that's it.
All right. At the end of your turn, Scabbat the dragon bites down on Andry. Andry, a 20 to hit,
That'll hit.
doing 19 points of piercing damage. Cut that one in half. It is then Scabbat's turn. She looks at you. She measures carefully. That looks
Damn it,
like
I did it
less than-
again!
That looks like less than 60 feet. She blasts out a cone of gas. I need a DC 18 Constitution saving throw from Andry and Tann.
Is this a poison?
It is sleep gas?
Sleep.
It does not say anything about a benefit for poison.
Okay, and a Constitution saving throw. Make sure I
Yeah,
don't have anything
I
that helps me
think
with this.
one reroll.
That's a 9 from Andry.
I might need it.
21
Do it.
from Tann. Wait,
Are
do we have a
you-
reroll? I think we're down to
are
0.
Indomitable yet?
That's a good question.
I don't think there's another reroll in the pot.
I do not.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Nope.
Roadkiller redeemed a reroll? That seemed at the last second, but, that's fine. Redeem that player reroll. There's 1 player reroll, and now it is gone again. It was 1, now it's 0. But that keeps Andry awake. That's probably important. And 1 more reroll from the pot. A Roadkiller keeping the party well supplied.
Thanks, Isaac.
Thank you.
Andry, it is your turn. Oh, the DM gets 1 too. Thank you.
DM needs 1 too. That's
So
good.
nice.
Fine.
I am going to attack recklessly.
Okie dokie. That is a 28. A 28 will recklessly hit.
So 14.
That's 14. I feel like you get more damage.
I
Your
do. I
dragon?
get. It's a dragon, yes. So I get 46. Oh,
Oh my
that's terrible. And D4.
And I think you get a raging d6 too, unless that was already in there.
The raging should be in there already.
Okay. So 14, 21, 25 points of damage on the first attack. And then
Would
what
do
happens?
it again. Recklessly at
27 hits.
So 18. Do I get the D4 every time?
Yes.
Or just 1?
For the enlarge, you get it every time.
Okay. So another 4, so 22. Action surge.
Oh.
Let's
You
do it
also
all
get
over
your
again.
dragon sling stuff as well on every hit.
Oh, yes, I do. So that's another 3d6. So another 10, so 32.
I'm really
Got
glad
it?
you weren't disarmed.
Hit him again, recklessly.
Sounds good. 23
23
works.
So there's the 3d6 plus that plus a d4.
25 that
So
time.
25. And last attack.
20
20
does hit.
Oh, good. So 3d6, the d4, and the Dragon Slayer. Another 26 points of damage.
Got it.
How you feeling?
She just looks at you, stares you down. She still seems like a big dragon. Andry, anything else?
I don't think I got anything else. Oh. I'll second wind. What the hell? That's a bonus action. Oh,
Sure.
12 points. That's good.
As you second wind, she will try and bite the second wind out of you. 23 to hit for 17 points of piercing damage.
Take that down to 8.
Alright, that's going to bring up our cult friends. Our cult friends still can't see Tahir. He's got a few more rounds of being invisible left. They're going to rush up in this direction. That's not going to be close enough. They're going to dash these two to get up to here. This one will chuck a javelin. It will chuck its javelin at Tann, the one that doesn't seem capable of going one against one on a massive dragon. Tann, ranged spear coming in. 11 to hit's probably going to miss. That's going to bring up our big old crocodilo bow. Big old crocodilo bow is going to end up here. And it's finally in range. Two Medusa heads are swung round to bear. They are looking at Andry at the moment. Andry, from those bug-eyed gazes, a beam lashes out. You gave this thing so many crazy powers.
After this, I can't wait to hear like the description again and all like the crazy crap it can do. I got my sketchbook out and I was like, I already forgot half the things this thing looked like. It was,
I need
ridiculous.
2 DC 13 Constitution saving throws as the gazes meet on your body.
Do we have rerolls?
I think
One.
One.
Okay.
You got this. You're a hardy barbarian fighter.
Sometimes.
A hearty barbarian fighter. A
15,
13
that'll
is
work.
15 is more than a 13, so that works. A 28 as well. You shake off the paralyzation. Snake!
That one little snake.
Oh, snaky snake. Just making his way over there. Tahir.
I really want to cast a different spell, but there's just too many things.
If you want to, you can. Because I'm thinking of the same thing.
It takes my entire turn
Oh.
to do it.
Gotcha.
Maybe next turn. I'm just gonna cast Fireball.
Oh, fireball.
Womp.
Wow.
That fella. Oh, hold on. Could that guard live? Maybe. That close guard might have a chance of survival. I can get that one. Get that one. These two fellas.
If that guard.
There we go.
Okay, I was gonna say if that guard
Wait,
survives,
hold on.
he deserves a
Hold on.
raise.
We have to. Oh, Andry is just out of the range of it, so he's okay. I don't think it matters for her. Fireball.
Fireball! Fire in the hole! 28!
Oh.
That means I'm going to have to roll some dice, actually. So we're going to roll for our Snaky Snake. Snaky Snake. 22 passes. Snaky Snake still is in it.
That is one hardy snake.
Big ball of a crocodilio. Fails it. Is still a big ball of crocodilio with multiple arms and Medusa heads and all sorts of weirdness going on. Our guard friends cannot survive. Wiped out. Tahir,
Let's
anything
see.
else?
I got some movement. I will get to just behind the big crocodilian fella. That's it.
You got it. That is going to bring up a bite attack from Skabet on Andry. Andry, 13 to hit. Reckless, 29 to hit.
Yeah, it'll hit.
21 points of damage there. And then Tann.
And is going to do a guiding bolt on the dragon.
Guiding bolt on the dragon.
Guiding bolt on the dragon. We'll do this guiding bolt.
Kamehameha. 21.
Sure.
It is on target, but then just doesn't land.
That's right. I was warned about this. He looks to the crocodile and does. I do have to look at the crocodile. And does a firebolt with a hasted action.
Okay. 26 to the crocodilio works. 14 points.
All right.
The heads slump. The crocodile falls over. Its oddly componented body starting to separate and turn to ichor.
Ooh.
Yeah, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it, gross.
Ew.
It's like a berry that you're squeezing too much, and like little bits and seeds are coming out of either side.
Oh, gross. That's nasty. Okay, and then he'll use his movement to go somewhere. I haven't even figured out where yet.
Yeah, it's so much of it.
Let's say... what the hell? We'll go over here. Hey, snake.
Hiss.
And that was an action, movement. Alright, that's it for me.
Alright. At the end of your turn, Skabet will fly over to say hey to Tann. It does not invoke opportunity attacks. Skabet begins her turns, closing in on Tann. Tann, you have a bite and 2 claw attacks coming in on the tail of a frightful presence. Can anyone in this party actually be feared? I feel like for a while you were immune to it, but I don't know that you are anymore.
I think the wizard can indeed be scared from time to time.
Okay.
I think I can be scared.
As the frightful presence washes out over everyone, I'm going to need a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw from each of you.
Very scary dragon.
Very scary dragon. There's 1 player reroll and 2 player fails.
Take it. Take it.
You sure?
I'm fine. Be
All
okay.
right.
I walked into this mess. I know what I was getting myself
there we
into.
Alright. That is going to give us a scared Tahir. Tahir, you are frightened for 1 minute. You can repeat your saving throw at the end of your turns. Everyone else is currently immune to dragon fear for 24 hours. Skabet, however, is not done. Tann, we've got a bite and 2 claws coming your way. Bite.
Ready?
Claw. Claw.
Oh, I'm still gonna do this anyway. Gonna cast shield.
Okay, what does that get you up to?
That gets me up to Ooh, I'm at an 18 right now. Plus 5 is 23.
23, you might
I
not
believe.
need to have cast that shield. Because the 18, the claw on the claw would have missed, the bite's going to hit you either way.
No,
Oh,
the bite is
that's
going
right.
to hit the snake.
Oh!
Because I'm going to activate my cloud rune.
Oh, maybe I don't need to cast this anyway. That's right, because I forgot about
Yep,
the
no
haste in
problem.
my math. I was too hasty.
Oh. Cloud rune deployed. Snake cannot handle this and gets chomped upon. The dragon, eyeing Tann's comparatively wee little arms, will risk flying over in this direction, landing atop the building and looking down at y'all. Tann, did you have a melee weapon in hand?
Not at the moment.
Then no opportunity attack.
Okay. Yeah, he has one, but normally he doesn't need it.
You got it. Andry.
So you're just gonna run now? Not much of a leader.
You can see as she's looking down at you that she's like taking big gulping breaths, like, you know, a college kid getting ready to burp. She seems to have one
Alright.
in the chamber now.
What does she? Yeah, let's go right there. Still too far away, I think. 76 feet. Can I throw a javelin that far?
60 feet on a javelin, though you just have to
I
get
think it's
corner
like-
to corner. So
I think it's
you
like
are just in
30,
range. You're good.
120.
The javelins are 20, 60,
wait.
right?
I think it's like 30, 120. It's like something ridiculous like that.
For a javelin? Oh, wow.
Olympians.
I do not have a javelin, apparently.
Oh, that would be a hindrance. Oh, you're right. Yeah, 30, 120. Yeah.
So
Yeet.
I will move up another 30 feet. Getting ready to climb the building.
At the
That's
end
it
of
for
your
me.
turn, Skabat takes off and flies over here. Cultist time! Ooh. Six prepared cultists come rushing out into Andry's open arms.
Oh.
We're out of coral snakes.
Hi, boys.
Goodbye, friends. Skabet is a dragon, and Tahir, it is your turn.
I am so scared.
I think
Bells,
frightened you're
bells.
running away? No, you're just disadvantaged on
I
things.
can't willingly move towards her, which really sucks.
Mmm.
You know what? No, that's not gonna work because 5th level spells don't even work on her. Oh! Can't even Waller force her in.
She's a dangerous dragon.
Can you not upcast it?
Yeah, I could. I really don't want to. But you can handle her, right? I believe in you. Fireball.
Show me more than 22, please. I don't want to roll that many dex checks. 28 is more than 22, and the cultists of Set wilt in the flames.
And then I ran so far that way, just so we're not all together. And I am so brave. I am the brave wizard. Wizard can never be more brave than he is right now. I killed all those people. You should have hired me.
And as Tahir self-actualizes, a bite comes down towards Tann. Tann, 23 for 12.
I believe I think now I can use my shield, and it would
Now
work.
you could use your shield if you would like. And that
I mean, I
would...
don't want to,
Wait,
but I can.
You're at a normal 18 plus 2 is 20 plus 5 is 25, right?
Or no, because normally I'm 16.
Okay.
So plus 2 is 18.
Yep.
And then 18 plus
5 is
5.
23, so it would still hit you.
Really? Oh, wait. Really?
Meets it, beats it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's been so long. Never
been a
mind. Ignore my shield again.
Not today, shield. 12 points of piercing damage. I don't think you're concentrating on anything because your haste is from your ring. But still
Enlarge, right?
Oh, my enlarge.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, the Constitution check on that enlarge, please.
Okay, let me do the piercing damage really quick.
Mhm.
And then Constitution saving throw for enlarge.
Ooh.
An 8 is not enlarging.
Okay.
I don't think I've heard any dings on the player rerolls, so I think that's a
No,
shrinking enlarge.
it's okay. I'm limited in the things that I can do right now, so maybe I could just cast it again.
And Tann, it is your turn.
It is my turn. I'm gonna use my hasted action to disengage. And doop 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 doop. Get away. It doubles my movement, so he's gonna be like Theabish. And actually, I might need to swing by a little closer before I do that to cast another enlarge on Andry. So if I was here, I'll figure that math out. But basically, he's gonna do enlarge after the disengage and just use the rest of his movement to kind of scoot out of the way.
Okay. Andry gets embiggened. As Andry is getting embiggened, Tann is heading out of there. At the end of your turn,
Okay.
Skabet begins to give chase, Tann.
No.
So you're heading down left?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Okay. So she flies after you. That's a legendary action on her turn. So as her turn begins, she is again mid-swoop coming in on you. Tann. We get a bite, a claw, and a claw.
Oh yeah, those are all
embiggened.
embiggened. He goes down.
All right. 22, 12, and 15. Tann falls.
Yes.
On which hit do you fall?
The first one.
Well,
I think I'm dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything?
I think Tann's dead,
I think-
guys.
I think the person who does it is not here.
I could make you re-roll one of those. Let's
could.
do that.
You could make me reroll one of those.
Let's see if I can make you miss that 29.
Miss that 29.
Or make you miss the first one.
Try and make me miss the first one. Alright, we'll reroll that bite.
Yeah.
I did okay.
Thank you for trying.
Alright, we got Tann, who is dead. The dragon
Dead.
flies back another 80 feet or so. On her turn, she perches atop one of those pillars. Looks a little awkward. She's flapping her wings for balance as she eyes Andry up. Andry.
These guys had spears on them.
They do. There's a big
Javelin?
pile of charred spears hanging around.
I'm gonna grab a couple of those, and I'm gonna move 30 feet closer.
Hey, I think the ding-ding just happened and Dahrian is joining the party.
Dahrian! Just in time, I died.
I think I'm still out of range, so it would be disadvantaged, but I will make it not disadvantage and do this recklessly.
You got it. And excuse me,
And,
I'm half distracted, just fixing our little icon-y things here for a second.
Let me just add a javelin here. Is that what they are, or spears?
They are spears. And I think I'm going down to get to Dahrian. Where's Dahrian at? Wrong way. I apologize to the stream for making you watch the sausage get made here, but Twitch updated.
Hello.
Hey! Or sorry, Discord updated and broke all my overlay stuff.
Am
You
I
wanna
coming
pick-
through this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want a quick update of what has transpired?
Please.
She wasn't buying any of the things I was dealing, so combat began pretty much immediately. We found out what we made last time, which was a weird crocodilian monster with 2 Medusa heads for arms, and it was just freaky
Okay.
looking. Bunch of cultists came out. Skaba isn't actually Skaba, she's actually a dragon. That's a little bit of a predicament. And Tann just died.
Tann just died?
Yeah, straight,
Yep.
like dead. No death savings. Died on the first bite. Then she did 2 more slashes and knocked me out.
You got
Oh,
punched.
no.
I got munched.
It's my daughter's fault.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. Blame your daughter.
Yeah, I will.
She won't mind.
It's all your fault.
It gives me a chance to get some water, though. I'll be back.
Got it. So
I'm guessing the
Andry.
11 misses.
The 11 does miss. The 20
So
could
that'd be
hit.
16 points of damage.
That is 16 points of damage. Well thrown. And that is going to bring us to the bottom/top of the turn order. And so let's go ahead and clean up here. Cultist has been dispatched there. Skabet is perched atop the tower. Dahrian has just managed to scramble up over the outer wall and is now looking down. Dahrian has some flight capabilities, so he might have flown up to the walls. And we got a little recap from Tahir, but let's do a quick recap as Tann's away, and now I am caught up with what's kind of where everything is. So Dahrian, you're currently coming to the top of the 25-foot wall that surrounds the palace. Looking out over the palace, you can see pillars that have corpses hung from them from the top. Each pillar is about 12 to 15 feet tall, corpse hung from the top, so they're maybe 4 to 5 feet above the ground at the bottom. There are statues scattered about, which look to be humanoid figures in agony, either warding off something that's attacking them or looking down in horror at their own bodies. There are a bunch of charred-looking humans piled up in and around here. Looks like the victims of recent fireballs. There is a big, bloated body of a demonic creature slowly going to part. Crocodilian head, hippopotamus-like body, ankylosaurus-like tail, stubby legs that don't look like they would be big enough to drag its bloated belly around. 2 arms emerging from the back of the beast that are holding or have grown Medusa-like heads, but it's taken quite a bit of damage and is downed in that area. There are a couple of chopped up snakes scattered about on the floor, but perhaps calling your attention, there is a quite dead Tann on the ground right here. Looks like she just got chewed and munched by the dragon that is now perched back over here. A pair of minions of Set, a jackal-headed figure and a serpent-headed figure, still stand on either side of the throne. This Skabet back here is just for decoration and turn tracking purposes, so you can ignore her. Any questions on the grounds or layouts at the moment?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and let you roll yourself into initiative.
And I would have done another 2 damage. I forgot I have Divine
Oh,
Fury.
another 2 damage. We'll get that plugged in there.
Where was my mini?
You are over
Where was
here
I?
standing on the wall.
Aha. Okay.
Or floating above it if you're using your Steps of the Night thing.
Ooh, 5 with advantage.
5 with advantage down at the bottom of the pile. Tahir, that will bring us to the brave wizard who has recovered from their dragon fear and is now hanging out over here. Tahir, what are you doing?
I will say, after him seeing his best bud, his T to his other T, his dynamite man get slain, I'm gonna cast a fucking spell. Whoop! 6th level.
Tahir's transformation. Aha!
So a loud, like a thunderclap rips through the entire courtyard as a whip appears from the shadows, and I am now visible. And I will spout out in Draconic, "Your head will serve greatly on my mount! Prepare to die!" And I will move my 40 feet to here, and I will teleport another 30. Pretty much just like trying to goad her to even attempts to come at me. A lot of insults is being thrown. That's my turn.
Good. Let me think of what has happened. That's a movement. That's a thing. She's got an action. So at the end of your turn, yeah, she'll take you up on that. She swoops down in your direction. Tann, unfortunately, no action. Which is going to bring us...
He is dead, right?
Tann is dead.
Dead.
Fell unconscious on the bite, and then both claws landed, giving a total of 4 death fails. Right up in your face, Tahir. The dragon turns its head slightly, pulls the angle, and sends a 60-foot cone of sleepy time gas down in this direction.
Does this constitute magical sleep?
You know, it doesn't say magical sleep. It says falls unconscious. So I think I need a DC 18 Constitution saving throw from Tahir and Andry, lest they fall asleep in front of this raging dragon. Oh, Andry's pulling it off fine.
Is this a concentration check? No.
No. Oh. Tuck's coming in at the last second with a player reroll. You could have another chance if you want to take it.
Thanks, Tux.
It's a 1?
This is not a concentration check. What the fuck? 3, 2 3s?
No!
3, 2, 3, 2, 3? I go sleepy time.
Tahir is sleepy times. Tahir, having fallen asleep, is Tahir's transformation a concentration spell?
There is, bud.
Oh no.
So, there goes 50 temporary hit points. That's gone. Don't have to worry about that. Concentration check. No, constitution save. I'm not exhausted, everybody. Don't worry about it. I am so well rested.
Andry.
Can I get to him, her?
I think you can.
It?
What's your, Oh, I mean... Yeah, you can just get there.
Alright, I will move up to her.
Oh, wait, yeah, we'll see you can. That seems cruel to say no.
I was just gonna throw weapons at her if that was gonna work, but...
No, we'll let you get there.
Alright.
We'll give you hope just so I can
recklessly.
take it away. 25 hits.
So we got 15 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
Plus D6. I don't get the D4 anymore. I get the 3d6 for the Dragon Slayer sword,
28, 32. 32 is a good number.
and a radiant damage, so 34 points of damage.
34 points of damage. All good.
And I will hit her again.
You looking at this dragon, this could do it.
Oh.
26 is a big hit.
So 13 points of damage.
Ooh, 13 points of damage.
Get your other stuff.
All I get is the 3d6 for the Dragon Slayer, so another 18.
13 would not have been enough, but it's a Dragon Slayer, and Dragon Slayers are meant to slay dragons. Andry, how do you do this?
I think at this point, Andry is going to cut this thing into little pieces. If she transforms back to her regular form, I'm just going to keep chopping and chopping and chopping until somebody stops me.
Okay. So you
You
start...
won't get any stop out of me for 10
you
minutes.
start just chopping and chopping and chopping, and as you're chopping away, whap, 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 you're carving this thing down. You know, it does seem to be reverting to like a humanoid feature. You can see like a woman's face start to form, and you're chopping and chopping and chopping away. And after a few seconds, you realize she's parrying you. Her form is not that of a half-elf. She has a serpentine lower body, 3 sets of arms, serpents for hair. Skabet, the chosen son of Set, has reverted to her true form. It seems, in the same voice that Skabet used earlier, that I must take you at least a little seriously. Andry, I don't think you have any actions left, but you are now engaged with Skabet in her true form.
Okay.
Dahrian, at the top of the wall, you witness this transformation. Oh, you would have heard on the broadcast that magic does not work on her.
Magic does not.
Yes, Tahir, if you want to phrase that up however you would have passed that along, that would have been important things that Dahrian would have definitely, as a spellcaster, heard.
Of at least 5th level that I have noticed. Weapons work, but not 5th level spells. I was gonna see if 6th level spells worked, but I fell asleep. Sorry.
He did take a little nappy time.
Okay. Well, I'm still pretty far away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move full movement to try and get in. There's 60 feet is right there, so. $60 feet, I believe.
You got it?
If I recall correctly. Yep. That is all that I can do.
All right. Dahrian is rushing across, his medical bag in his pocket. Top of the turn order. Skabet, now in her true form, calls to some of her minions, rising up out of the water. Wispy little lights floating up. They will be acting at the bottom of the turn order. Tahir, you are asleep.
The man who is never known to actually sleep, he snores very loud.
Technically unconscious, but yes, taking advantage of that rare elven nap time. Tann, unfortunately dead, brings us to Skabet. Skabet has some attacks. Excuse me, I have misplaced how many attacks Skabet has, and I want to make sure I do this correctly. Where'd you go, lady? Okay. Skabat strikes with her scimitars 4 times. She slams with her tail and leans in close so her hair can bite at you. Andry, 4 scimitar attacks. You were reckless last time, correct?
Sure was.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4 scimitar attacks. What's the number to hit you?
19.
19. I think that's all hits. 12 plus 12
Oh my
plus 9 plus
gosh.
13. A slam follows up for 7, and then the snake hair leans in for 22.
That's a lot of damage.
That is some damage.
Oh, we got poison damage in
And
there.
she got some poison damage in there.
Okay.
If I could ask you to do a bit of math as that happens, and then
Sure.
when you're done mathing, it'll be your turn.
Oh. Okay, so I gotta do the math. 24, 33, 46, 46, 40, 53, 58, 68. Cut that in half to 34 points of damage. You hit like a little girl.
Ooh.
I will start slashing at her.
Alrighty. She is no longer a dragon.
That's okay. I'm gonna go recklessly because I'm pretty mad.
I didn't
was
go
not
reckless.
the-
Where'd the other one go? 19 will hit.
So 11, or sorry, 13 plus.
You're shrunk down 1 because Tann's no longer powering that. Got it?
You got that one?
Yep.
Alright, I will hit her again. Oh, that's a crit.
That is a crit.
Nice.
Crits are nice.
And I don't get the enrage or anything else, so yeah, the 23 more.
23 more, you got it. Andry, at the end of your turn, Skabat.
Hang on just a second.
Oh, good.
I will invoke a storm rune
Okay.
on her. If this works.
Prophecy for 1 minute until your capacity okay. Do you want to give her disadvantage now?
Sure.
Okay, so advantage and disadvantage would cancel out, so this will be a standard attack. And she is going to use her snaky hair and give you a little nibble.
Num num num. Oh.
That will hit for 23. 6 piercing cut in half to 3. 19 poison, you take all of that, so 22 total, I think.
No, I'm resistant to poison
you
as
are
well.
resistant to poison. You resist all things.
I do. So that's 27 cut in half.
25 cut in half will be 12.
Okay.
Yep. Dahrian.
My goodness. I've got to move again. I think that's really all I can do at this point. I'm so far away. Let's see.
Can you wake up Tahir?
Can I? Let's see. I don't know.
Action to shake him, or does damage work? I would think damage works.
I think it said damage works.
Takes damage or uses an action to wake him. So if you want to do damage to Tahir,
You have to
let
hit
me-
here.
Let me do this. First off. Okay, so here's my 30 feet of movement. To here is 70 feet away. What do I have that can hit him and hurt him, but not hurt him that bad? Most of my shit's like 60 feet. I just can't quite get there. No.
You have a crossbow, got a bow, got disintegrate.
I have a javelin.
you could
But
yeet a
you're-
javelin. You'd be at disadvantage, but as long as you could hit him.
Right. Yeah, and you're prone. I just
I'm prone. I'm unconscious.
You could Toll of the Dead him.
Total dead me.
60 feet.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
Instead, everything is like 60
do
feet.
you have spiritual weapon?
Do I have spiritual weapon?
I think that's even
I
shorter.
do have.
Isn't it?
I do have spiritual weapon, and it's 60 feet. I could use a bonus action to move it. Well, pardon me. It's a bonus action to cast it, but I can't move it and
Just
attack.
so far away.
I know. Yeah.
It's just too far.
And what's funny is just like 2 rounds ago, everybody was clustered around that gate, and then they all went left.
I'll take my javelin and throw it just because it's really the only thing that I have.
Okay, advantages and disadvantages are totally canceling out, so it's a straight roll. We just need to see this one land.
I believe in
Javelin
you.
eight. And 8 will not land the javelin.
Yeah, got a 2 on the die. All right. Okay. All right. That's it.
All
That's all I
right.
can do.
At the end of Dahrian's turn, another attack lashes out from Skabet. Let's go with... she likes the snake hair. She likes being in close. 23 to hit. 19 cut in half will be 9. And Tahir is unconscious.
He is.
That'll be one more nibble from Skabet to Andry. 23 to hit. 24 points of damage down to 12 that time. Tann is dead, and then it is Skabet's turn once more. As she leans back, gets that whole coil going, and then starts to spin scimitars, tail, snake head. It's all coming at Andry. Andry,
Oh,
you
no.
were reckless last turn, correct?
I sure was.
All right. 4 scimitars.
Oh my
1,
gosh.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, damn.
So we got 17. We got 19 will hit. Gets us to 32. Another 10 gets us to 42. Another 12 gets us to 54. Cut in half is 27. Andry, we got anything?
Yeah, I'm down.
Andry is
That
unconscious. There is then a tail coming. Andry, the tail slam, hits. 2 death fails. Andry, she leans in with that snaky hair.
Oh.
A 21. Andry is on the death side. Dahrian.
Okay.
Pick me up before you go.
Goodness
Hanging on
gracious.
like a yo-yo.
Okay. Yeah, if I do Toll the Dead on you.
You do Sacred Flame, I can't save against it because I'm unconscious. You automatically fail Strength and Dex saves when you're unconscious.
Mhm.
If you told the
Alright.
dead, it'd be less damage for me. But I still could save.
But have you been hurt?
No.
Oh,
I have
you
not-
haven't.
I have not been touched.
Okay, so it's the same amount of damage. Yeah, and it's not half damage. So if you can't save against it, I have to do damage to you. So I will do a Sacred Flame on you.
All right, sacred light beams down.
12. That's alright.
It's time to wake up, Tahir. Tahir, standing over you, the massive form of Skabet.
You're not a dragon.
No, I am not, she replies, as she takes her scimitar and, as her legendary action on the end of Dahrian's turn, stabs it down towards you. You are currently prone. So scimitar coming in.
It's
28 to hit for 10.
Casey, if you'll allow it,
Yeah?
I could stone endurance the last attack that she did.
Oh!
Yes,
You could
please.
so hang on. So you could stone
Please
endurance
allow it.
the 14,
Uh-huh.
which would keep you standing. The scimitar would bring you down unconscious, so you would have 2 death saving throws. I will say that sounds good. You're at 2 death
Okay.
saving throws at the moment.
Alright.
It's been a little while since we've had our character sheets in front of us, so if we need to catch up a little bit, that seems fine. So, Dahrian, you notice a little twitch of Andry's pinky
Ooh.
as he's not
He's
quite,
moving!
not quite out of it. But that is now Tahir's turn, having taken the 10 points in the stab. Tahir, you are prone, but conscious. What do we got?
Well, I believe this is necessary to do anything. I will Blade Song again. I will stand up better than I've ever been, except a little more hurt. And I'm going to cast Haste
Okay.
Very
at
nice.
4th level, because I don't have any more 3rd level spell slots, because I kept casting Fireball.
Okay.
And I will strike her with my Flaming Sword. 26.
26 hits.
Does she care about fire at all?
I think she takes fire damage. I'll double check. Yep, she takes fire damage.
17 total.
A drop in the proverbial bucket. What else we got? Tann fortunately remains among the deceased, even more dead than usual. That brings us to Skabet. Skabet looks at you as you stand up to here. She smiles, she leans back, and she starts to spin. Now, for those watching at home, this is when I miss all of the attacks, because Tahir is a monster when it comes to AC, but I have a DM reroll. So, we got 4 scimitar swings coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 29's the high number, 22 follows up.
What you see is this: he pretty much just closes his eyes and takes a deep breath and just pretty much almost looks like a casual dance to him as he's just spinning through all the blades as I cast Shield.
Oh, what does that bring you to, you monster?
30.
30.
Yes.
We still have a slam and a snake bite to go. Slam's coming in at a 22, snake bite at a 23. She looks a little impressed. How enamored are you of your current god? She asks. Andry, you are unconscious at 2 death fails. I need a very important death saving throw from you.
Okay. We got no boon of healing, no nothing.
We got nothing that I am
Alright.
aware of aside from
I
your
believe
luck.
in you.
Just checking. Can I roll a
There is a
20?
redeem play. I don't know about that. No.
No, it's okay.
Oh, Jenna.
No, 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 no,
Terrible.
Hey,
Oh,
Technically,
no.
Five.
technically,
wait,
she's
wait.
not in the
Wait
game.
a second. Hang on. A boon of hearing from Lyra has come in.
Ooh, yes.
A boon
Ooh, nice.
of healing.
I knew
gonna-
mine wouldn't work, but I figured I'd give it a shot.
We're going to go ahead and accept the boon of healing. And so, Andry, you find deep within yourself that one little sniggle of life that's come left. You have the 1 hit point, and it is your turn. Assuming that
Thank
the
you,
boon
Larry.
will
You
be
saved
applied
me
to
a round.
Andry.
Sorry, what was that?
Yes, Andry, you have 1 hit point, and it is your turn. You are prone, but it is your turn.
Alright, I will stand up. Because that's probably a good idea. I'm gonna pull out the... No, I'll just keep using the longsword.
Okay.
And should I do this recklessly? Yeah, probably. There's like 4 attacks. I'm probably going to go down if I get hit. So
28's going to hit.
28. Oh, I guess bonus action. I'd have to enlarge or
From here to there.
I'll use a hill giant
Okay.
and hit her again.
You got it.
She's got like 1 billion hit points, so
It's not 1 billion, but it's more than you want it to be.
28.
28. 18 there. Anything else, Andry?
I am going to move away.
She's going to take that attack of opportunity unless there's some reason she can't.
No, she can.
She leans
It's
in
fine.
to whisper sweet nothings to your ear as her snakes strike at your cheek. 24 to hit.
That hits.
That's going to do 15 divided by 2 is 7-ish points of damage.
I'm down.
Back over here you go as you try to get away, and she just keeps you in close. But the death saving throws have been reset. Dahrian, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see here. All right, first thing I am going to do. Oh, please. Please, 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 please.
Oh, what's this?
Ooh.
Harm.
Oh, harm, you say. What level is that?
6th level.
That does work. So,
But she's probably immune to necro.
she's got a lot of stuff going on. So we're going to start with the first thing. She is not only immune to magic, she is resistant to magic. So she will get advantage on her Constitution saving throw. She will get a 28, so she passes and will be taking, I think, half of that. And now I just need to skim through the resistances and the immunities. Good news, she is not resistant or immune to necrotic, so she will take the 24 points of damage from the harm.
Telepathically, I let everybody know 6th level spells work.
I lost mine when she put me to sleep.
Oh.
Dahrian, anything else?
Hmm. I'm going to move a little bit closer, but not quite close enough for her to attack me.
You got it.
All right.
From at the end of your turn, she stabs down into Andry's form. Andry, scimitar attack coming in.
Shit.
Crits it. 2 death fails for you. Tahir, it is your turn.
I believe our last discussion we had was a little more personal. But while I still breathe, you will not leave here alive. 3 attacks.
Oh.
And first one will be Green Flame Blade. Well, it doesn't really matter because actually I don't know. We'll see. This is just adding damage to a spell. So first swing, whoop, crits.
That's a pretty good start.
Nice.
So I didn't click the right button, so it's okay. So initial, that is from the weapon itself.
Okay.
So 11, 8, so that's 19. Does the cantrip work or no?
Yes, you can use it to add bonus damage.
That would be...
Oh, sorry, the cantrip does not work on her.
Alright, so that's for the future. I will remember. 2 more swings. 1, 2.
Both of those will hit.
For a grand total of 27.
$27 more, you mean?
Yes, 27 more.
Okay, yeah, all right. Sorry. That was a lot of damage. Tahir.
And with
Anything
my
else?
bonus action, I will pretty much go almost like a shifting sand type of phase as I teleport in place with my blessing of the Raven Queen as I look a little more sandy.
Okay. Self-styled teleport. You got it. At the end of your turn, she still has a legendary action. She's gonna lean down and try and kiss Andry to sleep.
No.
Andry, snake hair. A 16?
That doesn't do it.
It misses.
Oh.
Yes.
Tann is a little dead at the moment, and then it is Skabet's turn.
Oh. Him.
It's the small victories.
She ignores Andry for the moment, putting her full swing into Tahir. The first 4 scimitar attacks as she goes into her spin will be a test, and then she'll evaluate whether the slam and the snakes follow up. Scimitars. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I will cast Shield.
Which gets you up to that crazy 30 number.
That is my last first level spell slot.
Because you are so hard to hit, she will send the tail towards you, while again she reaches down to kiss Andry. Tail slam to here. 19 will miss, but the snake hair on Andry,
Yes.
26, he's unconscious. It will be
Oh,
with
he's
advantage.
unconscious. Shit.
Anybody have anything that I don't know about?
Give him my shield, so... Yeah.
Andry
Oh.
falls. We have a dead Andry. We have a Dahrian. Dahrian, what do we got?
Jeepers creepers. 1 round too slow. So Tann and Andry are both dead.
Tann and Andry are both dead.
Son of God.
Up to us.
Check one thing here.
Sure.
Man, there's nothing. I got nothing. All right. I'm going to do the only thing I think that I can. Assuming. I mean, let me ask you this.
Mhm.
If she is immune to 5th level spells, if I cast Bless on us, we still get the +4 because it's on us, not affecting her, right?
Correct. Yep.
So I cast Bless on myself and Tahir.
Mm-hmm.
Right. 3 creatures of my choice. Andry's, I'll at least bless his body,
Okay.
I suppose. For the moment. And I move to this spot.
You got it. Dahrian, at the end of your turn, scimitar lashes towards Tahir. Tahir, a 30.
It hits.
25 points of damage.
Ouchie.
Tahir
I
is...
teleport in place. I have resistance to all damage.
Oh!
I
Take
was
that down to
remembered.
12. Take that down to 12 points of damage for the teleport
Ouch.
in place. And it is your turn.
I'm still standing better than I ever been. Bonus action, I will teleport in front of Dahrian so he's not in this fray.
Okay.
That's my 3rd teleport. Gotta mark that down. Boop, boop, boop. And I will take 3 more swings.
All right. The numbers
So-
are within reach.
I am so blessed.
You're really lucky you have that bless.
I'm so blessed. 18
18 is enough. You're really lucky you have that bless.
for 17.
We'll start off with 17.
Second swing. So blessed.
You better get
I'm
that bless.
so
You're
16.
not blessed enough.
No. Third swing. 23.
You're gonna need a big.
14.
Oh my god.
Don't you say she has 1 hit point. Come on.
She had 15. She
No.
is still standing with 1 hit point, which is sad for 2 reasons. I'll tell you the other reason in a second, maybe. Tahir, if you got anything else in the tank.
Action, bonus action. All I got's movement, but there's really nowhere to go.
Alright, at the end of your turn, Skavet swings her scimitar at you. A
Miss.
19 is just going to be flat out a miss. Tann is unfortunately waiting in the afterlife, and that brings us to Skavet's turn. Skavet winds up for the attacks. She looks ragged, she looks rough, but she's going to try and take you all out. Scimitar's coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think only the 25 even gets close to you.
I'll take the hit.
You will take the hit, 11 points of damage. A slam follows up. 21's going to
Miss.
flat miss. Snake hair as she leans in. 14's going to miss. That will bring us to Dahrian's turn. Dahrian.
Okay. I'm going to do all I can here. I step up And swing my flail.
An 8 will not
Oof.
land the hit.
Do we have a reroll?
We do not have a reroll.
don't.
We do not have a reroll. Son of a...
Wait. Ba-ding bing,
Oh,
we
we got a
have a
reroll.
reroll.
It was rude. It wasn't me.
I've
That's a
rolled,
real
I've
reroll.
rolled
We
2
got it.
twos.
We got
Dahrian,
it.
I've rolled 2 twos since I've been on.
so blessed.
You
I
are-
believe in you. You are the most blessed man. That's why you're the party leader. That's why we
So
put
blessed.
you in charge.
Yeah. Do 1 point of damage, and then I get to give you the bad news.
Right. 11
You strike her,
11 points.
and you realize that she is a magic user as well, and you have broken her death ward. She falls and rises with 1 hit point left. Death ward has triggered.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Yep.
I think I only get 1 attack,
I
right?
think you only have 1 attack. But,
But I did my attack,
that's an action.
and I cast, as a bonus action, Spiritual Weapon.
That seems reasonable. A
Oh,
19,
wait, no.
It does.
a
It's-
19 would have been
a-
enough, but woof, it just goes
She-
right through
Yeah,
her.
she can't be hit by that shit.
Can't be hit
Okay.
by the magic.
All right. I got excited.
Dahrian, at the end
got
of your
excited.
turn, she's going to try and take out Tahir. Tahir, you got a scimitar coming in. 25 to hit.
It hits. I will spend a 4th. Nope. I have spell slots for this. I will spend a 2nd level spell slot to do Song of Defense
Okay.
to reduce the damage by 10.
All right. Down to 1 point of damage for you. And then it is your turn, Tahir.
I will teleport once more, striking through her form as I appear on the other side with hopefully 3 attacks.
3 attacks. You need to land one of these for 1 hit point. 21 will hit. Do 1 hit point of damage. Well done. Tahir, please let me know how we do this for real. There are no more forms to go through.
I will say as he begins to teleport, it slashes through one of her arms carrying the scimitar, and then as that falls in the air, he catches it and does an upward swing towards her head to cut her head off.
You got it. Skabat's head falls. Her body again starts to discorporate, become that ichor that you've seen from so many of Set's descendants.
Is she wearing any like jewelry or anything?
Yes, she is quite bedecked and bedazzled.
We do have her crown.
And you do have, except
I
you
need
didn't have a
diamonds.
crown because you now have a crown.
Diamonds. I need diamonds.
Didn't we buy like 10,000 golds worth by the dragon? Did you use them all already?
I'm sorry, they are not on my character sheet.
What?
I have 170 gold pieces worth of diamond dust, but I don't think I have any diamonds.
I think diamond dust works in place, right?
Yeah, well, it takes 300 gold pieces worth.
Okay.
I only have 170.
Only have 170. So the good news is, yes, she does have diamonds. So you will be able to acquire diamonds. As Skabet falls, you can hear that the rioting that's taking place outside in the town continues. Your good friend Therikad has brought the uprising together. He upheld his part of the deal. Eventually, you will probably be able to bring Andry and Tann back into the realms of the living. So we'll kind of fast forward a bit there. There's still some cleanup to do, some minions and cultists around, but you now have the populace on your side and the major threats have been eliminated. Congratulations, you have freed the town of Mugdad.
And when you revivify Andry, you notice that the diamonds aren't used up,
Oh.
as I am a zealot.
He has
Ooh.
reached
That's
that level
right.
of zealotry. Freebies!
Nice.
Bazat. And so, congratulations, party. We are going to bring to the close our current chapter of the Chosen Sons of Set. Mugdad has been freed. Well done. You have defeated another of the Chosen Sons of Set, Skabet herself, being one of those Chosen Sons. You've defeated two of the Lesser Sons, so they would not be eligible for promotion when the year was up. But well done there. For those following along at home, we are going to be going on a break or possibly conclusion due to holiday seasons and everything else going on with our set there. We may pick up in the future with potentially a new cast for our other Chosen Sons of sets there. But as we sort of wrap this one up, the party has a couple of leads to follow up on. That module that I prepped originally to the north and east there with the that like go here sign. We could pick that one up maybe sometime in the future. But for the next month or two, you're going to be busy helping to get the town back under control, establishing relations with Tharakad, and getting yourselves set to go. So, for a potential outro for the characters, what are Andry, Dahrian, Tahir, and Tann planning to do in this 2 months or so that they have before they're off to their next adventure? What are your 2-month plans? Anybody have a volunteer to go first, or things that they wanted to follow up on in town and around?
I'll go first.
Sure.
What Dahrian would want to do is establish church here, and kind of bring some of these other religions back in, get all the priests and everything cleared up that are on the pikes and all that kind of business, and just more or less administer to the needy. So
So Dahrian, I would say, as you start to help to clean up the town, you take care of that row of temples that had been desecrated, finally bringing those bodies down and laying them to rest. The spirits of those bodies whisper to you gratefully, and offer their assistance and their blessings on the town. That can become a fairly sanctified place, though they speak longingly of bringing back the variety of worship that they had. They want to see those temples restored, not the town given over to one deity in particular.
Indeed. That would be what I would do as well. I mean,
Perfect.
Push to have it be kind of
Perfect.
an open forum or whatever for all of these various religions and stuff. So
sounds good. Andry, Tahir, Tann.
Tann, as of right now, I probably spoke a little too early. I'm not sure what he would do. Probably focus on helping Dahrian with his goal. Because even though he himself isn't particularly religious, even though they're fighting for Mitra, that scene was just insanely uncomfortable. So he would definitely be helping up with the cleanup effort, and maybe not the blessing part. Dahrian can handle that bit, but he would help with the cleanup.
Excellent. And along with that cleanup, there would be a number of opportunities for you here to expand your trade and information network that you had started up out of the Mitras Fist town. So Mugdad, looks for your assistance there. Tahir, Andry?
I'll go next.
Sure.
Well, he's not more of a community service type of fella, is how I'll put it nicely. So he probably wouldn't be interacting with that on a grand scale. He probably would spend most of his time with his good old friend, the Tiefling, whose name is escaping me at this current point in time, at his shop, combing through like old texts and books and see if there's anything in his personal collection that could help in the coming probably months of what is like learning more about the Sphinx Empire, perhaps the origins of this whole cult business, this whole like the history of the conflict is what he would be focusing on for his research.
and that was referring to our good friend Falik the Sage.
I think Andry would be pushing the group to move forward. We need to take care of this problem. There are a bunch of things out there that we're on a timeline here. There's only a year. You guys want to spend 2 months here? What's going on? And maybe striking out on his own and trying to find different other sons of Set where they are.
Sure. So I would imagine Andry's taking advantage of his Griffin escort service at this point. So he's got his fleet of camels. He's got his small squadrons of horses. He's got his griffins that he's now become the master of, and is touring back and forth, searching out the sons of Set. There's a lot of desert out there. It's a big and expansive place, so you are finding evildoers to eliminate. They've sort of caught on to the fact that you're on the hunt, so they're making it a little more difficult now. There's still that town up there, but no matter how much the signs point in that direction, it seems like this party just keeps getting distracted with other leads before they get there. So someday. You also hear, legends of, other temples and enclaves out in the desert, and hunt those down. Anything else that the party would be pursuing? All right.
Sorry. More information also throughout this 2 months. More information on any rumblings. There's still that place up north as well.
Yep.
Try and get information where we were originally headed to see, I guess, how things are going up there.
And Tahir's expedition into the governor's offices did turn up several treasure and lore locations that can be pursued, so that would be taking place as well. As all this is going on, of course, the Shadar-kai, the governor, does his best to keep you on keep himself on your good side. He's very generous in the rewards he gives. He certainly sets you up in nice homes in the area. He offers to let you buy land, establishes trade, all that sort of thing. As all this is going on, of course, there's a sleepy puppy just kind of hanging out there, barely existing. We've got all that going on. So congratulations, and thanks all for playing through the Dark Tower and some of the chapters of the Chosen Sons of Set. I had a great time with all of this, and thank you for playing with us. I am probably going to go on hold for a week or 3. We've got some Thanksgiving, and we've got our Week of Giving coming up. So if you've enjoyed what we've been doing, playing our games here, and you'd like to take part, we've got our community campaign, which folks can hop in and join. We've also got our Week of Giving coming up to benefit Extra Life. I'm running some Dragonbane there. I know we've got another Dragonbane by Mr. Dragonbane, so I'll do it wrong. He'll do it right. That'll be fun. And then we've got some Dolmenwood and some other games. I think we're into almost a week and a half at this point, if folks would like to come take part. And then throughout the year, we've got our community campaign. I'm also getting the itch to play Ravenloft again, so I'm probably going to chase down some victims and try and convince some people to let me play Ravenloft with them. But we'll see how that all goes, and then pick up our next adventures from there. Quick question. How'd everybody like the modules and the campaign overall? I felt the Goodman Games team did a real good job of formatting it, so it was relatively easy for me to get to what I want, but how the storyline and kind of the scenarios grab everybody?
I felt that it was like the original Dark Tower thing was a really good dungeon crawl.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you're looking for, it's probably something that you should do. It's not really open world, but it does seem like this part of it would be more open world.
Yes. Definitely has that. You can go where you want to go feel, even if the DM didn't expect you to go there.
Uh-huh.
Yep. All right, cool.
Yeah, definitely on... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I don't have a lot of experience with dungeon crawls, but in terms of a dungeon crawl, like I had a lot of fun with the Dark Tower. Like there was a lot of just weird rooms, that kept that kept you guessing, but it was like after going through the dungeon crawl, it was nice to have like that shift of going from like, okay, we're stuck in a dungeon to now being like, whoa, the world is open to you now. And like you kind of get more of that feeling of like there is this bigger issue happening because you're out in the world rather than being trapped in the dungeon. So it's like that sense of like world doom that you're leading up to in the dungeon, like you feel it more because you have like, okay, there's things happening over here, over here, over here. So it for me it tied in nicely because it's like I'm seeing the effect of what happened in the Dark Tower.
Awesome.
I guess my comment will go to the Chosen Sons part of it, because I don't play all too many like adventures that have a lot of like more open worldiness to it, or a lot of hex crawling kind of thing. So and just like having those little, just like, hey, we just showed up here just for some reason, just because we said a passing joke of saying, let's just get supplies and something, to realize it's just this horrible mess, which is like a complete 180 if I was expecting to come into just a random town on the street. So I really enjoy that aspect of it, and the fact that it's just, yeah, you can make all these like little things you can have for your like your little hub base if you have the chance to do it, and I just really enjoy that kind of stuff.
Cool.
I would just throw out there that first off, I've had a ball with this. Number one, this was an adventure I had never been through before. So when you've been at this as long as I have, a lot of things kind of repeat. So it's really nice to have something very, very fresh.
Mhm.
I think the Dark Tower was very interesting in that, I mean, we basically kind of went through like the downstairs window, right? And just kind of went kind of all wonky throughout. I mean, rather than tackling it, but I mean, it would be something where were I to run something like this, I would look at the extra material and place the Dark Tower in there and kind of do other stuff. If you were gonna, do stuff in the world area that initially sets you up to go into the Dark Tower. I mean, to use it like a sandbox.
Yep,
But I think
looking back at it, I think if the Chosen Sons of Set had been more available when we started, I would have liked to have started open world, semi-trapped you in the Dark Tower so you had that intro to the wider area, even though we kind of leave it unfocused, then let you loose again. I feel like that would have given a little more bite to it. But development time wasn't quite on our side on that one, so
Sure. But no, I had an absolute ball, Casey.
Awesome.
I think you did a fantastic job, and I have thoroughly enjoyed playing with Percy, Dawson, and Jenna here.
Yeah.
So,
and I as well. So
And
on
Beau.
that, good.
Don't forget Beau. Beau was here too.
Absolutely.
Beau, yes, and Beau,
And
yes,
he's
Beau.
Blitz, who's Beau, who's currently in the blank spot at the moment. He had to exit a little earlier, but looking forward to playing with all of you again on our next round of things. So looking forward to seeing everybody for the Extra Life campaigns, the community campaigns, and such things going on. And if you are interested in taking part in one of the longer term campaigns, make sure you do drop in the Discord and make some noise, because I'll be looking for more victims and players in the near future. Cool. With that, we'll wrap up here. Alex, if you're still listening and at the keyboard, feel free to throw us around on a raid. Otherwise, you'll see me staring up left as I look and figure out where we can go and hop to. So thanks, everybody, and we'll see y'all in a bit. Cool. Hey, we're raiding the Lollygaggers. See you all there in just a bit.
Thank you.